be on the other end of the spectrum. It could literally be like one person performing with a top tier character, and nobody else is performing that well because they didn't figure it out yet, right?
Yeah. Well, welcome everybody. Here we are on this wonderful Wednesday evening. We are heading live with the Guilty Gear online here for Casa, and we are already deep into our first match. Right now, we have Tilted as the Giovanna going up against Nothing Man's Jacko. You guys haven't missed any of the action. We are live right now. And I mean, this is an interesting matchup, right? Giovanna basically falling off of the face of the earth.
Giovanna.
Yeah, like she doesn't really exist too much anymore. And Jacko, we're seeing a bit more of her, but like I would still say that like she's also fallen off quite a bit.
Yeah, I would think that they're both very rare characters in this meta.
Yeah, I mean,
now Geo. Now, if we think about it, they're both very rare characters. But like going back to what I was talking about with like character difficulty, I think Jacko is on the other spectrum of difficulty, while Geo is a much simpler character to grasp.
Yeah, like that is definitely where you would put Geo, right? Like she's a very straightforward character, takes advantage of just like a lot of plus frames. They've added more in the 2.0 patch. And so, like, pretty straightforward. Like, she has some crazy, not crazy makes, but she has some makes with the flip kick and silly things like that. But outside of that, she's just got strong buttons. She's going to hit her buttons. And if you get hit by it, awesome. If you block it, she's just going to hit more buttons.
Yeah. I think that's the thing about her. It's not that she's, like, really giving you a lot of mental stack as far as, like, with the left, right, high, low mix up or whatever. But she's more like, she's straight up just a strike throw character. And that's her game. More plus frames, keep on stealing turns back.
Yeah, and they've added in like the chip damage on her normals now that when she gets the additional tension, which like it's fairly significant damage even at the 50 tension mark. But like because of the way Giovanna really operates, I feel like it's not really that useful because you don't want to have just like static tension. You want to be using it to take advantage of situations.
Yeah, and not only Giovanna, I just feel like how you play the game in general. Like, meter is there to spend. If you're not spending meter, you're never building meter.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like unless whatever that bonus is for having the 100 tension or whatever, I feel like it would have to be uber broken to make people not want to spend their resources.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you consider like how good RCs are now that they've added like the fast RCs and things like that, so you can retrieve up to like 28% of the tension spent on a cancel. Like it's too good. Like look at that. It's half full.
Exactly. Yeah, like spending meter is good in this game. You want to spend meter.
Oh, and another great 2D coming out of Tilted. Doesn't quite get the full air combo, but they're in a good spot still.
Oh, doesn't really get a good conversion, but gets another counter hit. Not yet. Nothing Man. Oh yeah, this should kill. Yeah. Nothing Man was getting a lot of hits. It's just they were always really stray hits that never led to anything. Meanwhile, Tilted would land very solid hits and extended pressure as well.
Yeah, Tilted's been doing a fairly good job playing around the minions too. Been 6P'ing a lot of them, making sure that they don't stack up like this. And there's the 2K, just clearing them out.
That was a really good 2K. All right, gonna spend the cash. Literally putting her in the casket.
Yeah, good damage on that as well. It's command grab. Although we did see a nice dodge on it earlier. Oh, great usage of the Oki on the round start.
Oh, and yeah, Tilted is being very friendly with the buttons in that very same situation. A lot of counter hits on that kick.
Oh, that's never what you want to see at round start, but bursts just for the tempo, hits the Vegito button, and it forces Nothing Man to burst as well.
All right, Nothing Man trying to get in. Oh. All right, good chase down. All right, no burst to save Nothing Man. Now, basically the basic Geo game, the strike throw game in the corner. Yeah, at that point in time, I feel like in the middle of the screen, Nothing Man had a better chance. But once Tilted got in, it was just like business as usual.
Yeah, and so this is Casa, so it is first to 3. So even though we do have a 2-0 lead currently for Tilted, they could always come back. Nothing Man does have this opportunity to start that reverse 3-0. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Once this corner pressure comes in, Giovanna can just do her thing, and you don't really have a lot of options to escape that as Jacko.
No, not at all. I that's the thing about Jackal, and it's part of the complexity. Like you have to be very aware of where you place the minions, how you place them, what's your next move gonna be.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice little block on the non DP DP. Gets hit
yeah,
low again.
and going back right there, like we're saying, you have to be aware. I felt like Nothing Man slightly made a mistake, didn't get the bank off the wall, what he wanted,
Ooh.
and then had to stagger pressure a little bit to get it. But Nothing Man has a great lead.
Oh wow. I was gonna say it's a bit unfortunate that we're seeing Nothing Man go through the wall with 100 tension in the back pocket, but
Yeah.
then we just get a really awkward situation out of Tilted, and Nothing Man had the perfect punish.
Yep. All right. I think this is exactly the spacing that Nothing Man wants. Well, not anymore.
Oh, doesn't actually get anything off that close slash, but that 5H or 5S, excuse me, is so
Hmm.
good.
All right. Nice, nice pushing Tilted all the way out. Oh yeah, forcing a burst right there too.
Oh, that's tough. The clash there on the twirl with the 6P. That forward
Yeah.
throw is going to set up a lot of tough situations here for Nothing Man.
Oh, that was a good jump out, but stays in the corner, and yeah, that's gonna be the kill.
Yeah, the
Yo,
6P there having enough recovery or as little recovery as necessary to whip that close slash out there too.
mhm.
Nothing Man was trying to get something out faster, but
All right, nice dash up throw, and I guess you don't really need me to say this, but Nothing Man needs this round to stay alive.
yeah,
Oh, it doesn't
again,
spend the cash.
50 tension on deck could have got it done. Believes in
Okay,
their round start, I guess, and it worked
still
out.
gets the perfect. Still gets the perfect as well. I would have liked to see the meter spent there just to ensure the victory.
Yeah,
But nevertheless, Nothing Man closes out, and it's now 2-1 set.
yeah, 2 untilted. But I mean, like even if you spend the tension there and go for the overdrive and it doesn't kill, you still get that safe jump opportunity on the other side of the wall.
Mm,
So it's one of those things that if you're not 100% sure how much health the wall has, it can catch you off guard. But that's just part of learning your combos, right? Is trying to figure
I
out
agree.
how much of the wall health you've used up, how much you've left to go. And even if you default into like the red RC combos, like sometimes that still works out and you get that extra hit before the wall actually breaks.
Oh
But
yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll just say maybe it's nerves
yeah,
that also plays a factor. Oh,
and
Mans is coming to help. At the side switch, wasn't able to really get a combo. Gets some Oki though into big damage.
yeah, Nothing Man has clearly woken up somewhat, and they are just working everything to their
Oh,
advantage. Didn't quite get the red RC there. It's a tough thing to see, but as long as they
oh
can buy
yeah,
some space again, they're in a
oh,
good
he
spot.
got the YRC, but still Tilted is on the hunt.
Oh, the minion too far away, but we still got button
Oh,
challenges. 2K 2D coming out of Nothing Man.
I know
Set,
Diabare during the combo.
yeah,
All
just
right,
sending it out. Couple minions on
okay,
deck.
literally sending Mans and them out, and a very unfortunate place to be, especially for a character that doesn't really have a strong neutral tools from far away. Like Geo is a very up close character.
Yes, Geo does not want to be further away, and if she is further away, she's gonna send the drill at you.
Mm-hmm.
And with the buff to that, it now goes basically full screen, and it's
Mm.
plus. So definitely something you got to pay attention to. You can 6P it though. Keep that in mind.
Uh, there was no 6P there, and Nothing Man just really didn't get the play as soon as they got towards the corner.
Yeah, that again, it's a problem with Jacko. She just doesn't have a lot of great defensive tools. Like she can,
Mm.
fight her way out of the corner somewhat, but I believe her fastest button's like 5 frames, and it's 2P, I believe.
Okay,
But it's not ideal. Not against Giovanna, who's gonna be plus most of the time.
all right, but this neutral is very ideal for Jacko. All
Has to
right.
spend a couple YRCs though. That minion bar fully stacked up. They get the
Mm.
hit. They hit again, and they take the
Mm.
game.
All right, that's exactly what I really wanted to see. I feel like Nothing Man maybe they just need to kind of warm up a little bit, understand how the spacing interacts with Geo's movement. But like right there, when push came to shove, they were able to get it going.
Yeah, it's it's game 5 now. We talked about it. The Verse 3-0 is a potential here coming through. And where's we gonna get a character swap out of Tilted? They no longer believe in the Giovanna that got them the 2 games originally.
Oh dear, you hate to see it happen.
And I don't know. This is like another situation where I'm not really confident in the Ramlethal pick because
Yeah, like I don't know, like I get why the Ramthal pick is there because Giovanna is having problems traversing the all the traps on the screen, right?
oh,
And Ram has longer buttons, and Ram is also a stronger character. But I feel like I'm looking at this, the Ram doesn't feel as strong a pick or not as knowledgeable a pick.
yeah, I mean that round we just saw a lot of buttons come out of Tilted, and it wasn't quite
I
anything
mean,
connected.
yeah, Tilted might literally be his namesake right now. It may be Tilted enough just to pick this character. Oh, the backdash gets the knockdown. Doesn't block the empty jump low. We're gonna spend the cash on this.
Yeah, this one's gonna hurt.
This is a guess for set scenario.
Safe jumping coming. Didn't have the 50
Oh,
tension for the overdrive. She's
oh,
gonna get hit by a lot of things.
oh no! Tilted, literally tilted. She'll play in person at NLBC.
Yeah.
And he has a super interesting take on the character. Very, very movement heavy player, especially coming from a game like DBZ as well. So you could see that. But anyways, we're going into this new set.
Well, actually, listen. Where is Nitro? Why isn't he here on Thursdays? What could he possibly have better to do than here?
I actually do not know. I know that he's been to NLBC like maybe twice because we have a ladder system over there, right?
Yeah.
So I think he did well. He's I don't know if he's within the top 8, but he's very close at the very least.
Speaking of very close, that round was not it. That was a Goldlewis round if I've ever seen one.
Like that's the thing about Goldlewis rounds. They can be super good or they can be super bad. There's no middle ground.
And you think about that in terms of a grappler. No, he just does 1 billion damage.
Yeah, he's like strike throw to the degree. Except it's Behemoth Typhoon.
Yeah, Behemoth Typhoon and Jump Dust. That's what you got to worry about here against Goldlewis. But
I know with that really low jump arc of his, it's kind of like I get KOF vibes.
Yeah, one of the 2 characters in the game that only has a single jump. It's between him and Nagoriyuki at the moment. That obviously has time to change. As we're still waiting on our winter character Arxis. Let us know when. Just tweet it out already. I'm tired of waiting. But yeah, I mean, only having that single jump arc. There's like some tricky stuff you can do with RCs to like rocket yourself forward, but I don't think Goldlewis needs that.
I've definitely seen some stuff in like in really high level play when maybe interactions like that are super important. And the goal burst there gets 100 tension.
Did you see how deep that jump dust was?
Mm-hmm.
That whiffed? Oh no!
But you know what though? Cheeba was on it though. Knew it was gonna whiff.
Yeah, immediately had the PRC backup, but oh no, you got to fight back somehow. You got no tension. You don't have a burst. You're actually pretty far away from tension.
Oh, that was a good counter.
But like, it was so good telegraphed. Why did you still get thrown?
Yeah, it was kind of like it's Anji. Anji's obviously gonna auto guard right here.
Yeah, that was some good stuff from Macmens, trying to adjust to the tempo of the Goldlewis player, making sure that they don't just get overrun by these Behemoth Typhoons.
Yeah, I mean like that's exactly what could happen, and I think Macmens did a good job of just slowing the pace down because the Goldlewis player is always going to want to speed it up in the first places. So part of it, I think no matter what character you play when you fight against Goldlewis, you always want to slow the pace of the match down.
Yeah, because
or at the very least get the knockdown to get your game started.
Yeah, I mean, if you get knocked down by the Goldlewis player and he can set up that drone and just then keep the pressure on top of it with a Typhoon,
yep,
Anji. All right, Anji actually has a couple good reversal tools. I'm not gonna lie, but like, are they like frame one? Only the counter is right.
Yeah.
The counter overdrive, and
Yeah.
that
Only the counter overdrive. Yeah.
and if you get that baited out by the drone of all things, that's a Twitter clip. First of all, second of all, it's gonna feel really bad.
Okay. Oh, okay. Actually, challenges out of the pressure. He manages to kind of get out of it, but damage was kind of done. Oh yeah, that's more plus frames right there. Oh no.
PRC forward with the Behemoth Typhoon. Look at all that chip damage and
On
the
the
trade. That was like the slowest possible button to end the trade with, too. There were so many other buttons you could have juggled with.
Yeah, like could have been a full combo. No, I'm gonna put the casket on you. It might have been a statement. I don't know. I feel like Goldlewis players like making statements.
Oh, they're all about that life. They play this character for a reason. Their arthritis be damned. Like they just want to do stuff.
Yeah, my tendonitis, whatever. Whatever. Memes. Memes are forever.
That's true. Memes are indeed forever. I mean, look at Twitter chat. It's everywhere. But now good stuff coming in from Cheeba, making sure that they made some adjustments. They had some pretty dominant rounds, I would say there. Lots of health still on their side at the end.
Mm.
And I mean, they had that one whiffed overdrive earlier, but since then they've been pretty on point with things.
Yep. All right. Yeah, definitely as I was saying, you definitely want to slow down the pace of a Goldlewis player. Once they get started, it's extremely difficult to get them out. Even FDing, but if they start micro running in to Behemoth Typhoons.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice little early Fujin there. Caught him off guard. But the super deep JDs that have been coming out of Cheeba, like the spacing on them has been so immaculate. Macmens just hasn't been ready for him.
Macmens is doing a good job of just backdashing to a different spacing after pressure is done. And you see like the jumps are whiffing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, not in that situation, but you know, still gonna get that round.
Yeah, I mean, Anji's buff, right? Like it's the only Guts 5 character in the game. He's got, you know, the pecs of an Adonis, but he's the chunky damage too. Like if he gets a hit and it's the right hit, he'll take you for half your health, easy peasy.
I know Anji has the shirtless sleeves, so to speak. interesting wear.
I never thought about it that way, but you're right.
Yeah, he's
They're
like
just
he has
sleeves.
a shirt. It's not he doesn't have a sleeveless shirt. It's a shirtless sleeve.
That's crazy. Just like that, he wins the game too.
I mean,
oh man, listen, you've given me a lot to think about.
When are we getting the Casa shirtless sleeves?
I was just gonna say, how can we monetize this?
No. No.
I'll find a way. I got the login info. I'll find a way.
What if I want to go to the gym with shirtless sleeves?
Like we have tank tops. We do tank tops.
Tank tops.
Yeah, it's the opposite though.
That's the opposite. That's like you know, there's no sleeves on that. That's
a sleeveless shirt. You're clearly missing the point of it, Bunch. But we'll figure it out. Man. We'll talk later. But
you're missing the new fad. Not wearing a shirt, but still having. What if my arms get cold, but I don't want to wear a shirt?
See, I actually have the opposite problem, where it's like I put the sweatshirt on and then roll my sleeves up.
I'll be honest with you. I can't imagine myself having that problem.
Yeah, where it's like my arms are cold. Nah. Oh, gold
what
burst?
If my arms are cold, but my ego is so big, I want to show people my chest.
True. I mean, if you look like Anji, I can see it, 1000%.
You know, what about us narcissists? Come on,
yeah, Bunch. where's the me. Merchandise for the narcissists?
Think about me as much as I'm thinking about me.
I'm thinking about me and selling my merch.
The merch with Brad's face on it, of all people.
Yeah,
one of the least narcissistic people we know.
I gave him his flowers. What more do you want?
Oh my god! Speaking
as we're talking about shirtless sleeves, Anji's putting in some work.
He's about to be putting flowers on Cheeba's grave at this point.
Oh, but wait a minute. Cheeba.
Oh,
Oh dear. All right.
that's dead.
I see. That is that.
What a way to close it out.
Oh, that most definitely. Yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting matchup to be sure.
Oh, most definitely. I too have claimed the code. Doing my part to support these players as well. They are entertaining me as well.
Yeah. And they're gonna let the intros rock, it looks like, making sure that we get the full entertainment value.
Y'all just out here making me spend dollars, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Bunch, I know what you're working with monetarily. We're good. We're chilling. You got that TO bread.
I haven't told you recently. I'm definitely going to Boston a little late this weekend.
And here I am trying to figure out how I'm going to be eating dinner on Sunday. We're not going to have that TO bread feeding us, chat. And it's because you guys keep running the Matcherino codes.
Oh, dear.
But that's okay. I can feed myself. We'll figure out bunches share later on. But here we are, deep into the match. Trevor Tsu versus PineappleHour. And
Yeah,
again,
PineappleHour putting in a lot of work. I always say it. The safe word is Pineapple Express. If you want to stop, but
not this time. No, this is only going to be
not
encouraging. But like May, it's also another character that's fallen out of favor. If you think about it, she's not as super gorilla as she used to be. Has to be much more thoughtful about the dolphin usage. And so there's
agreed.
There's still a few players out there, but not as many.
And even Axel, some Axel players, dropped the character. They did not appreciate the changes.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it before where the Axel bomber comes out with the new adjustment, because now it's a quarter circle versus the DP motion.
Yes.
And then sometimes you see it and you're like, oh, that was supposed to be a bomber. I feel bad for you, son. Blue RC.
All right. Nice. Gets the throw too. Then that'll close out that game. And you know what? It was looking pretty good for PineappleHour at first in the first round.
Yeah.
But soon as Axel got any type of space, it was very difficult to even traverse the screen. Back to Axel.
Yeah, it's funny too, because like I've been watching a lot of Trevor lately, because he's on TNS, he's here at Casa, he's on a couple other shows, and I feel like every time I see him, he's in either a hyper fast matchup where it's like May, Milia, Chip, or he's in the exact opposite and he's playing against another Axel or a Happy Chaos. Like there's been some Nagoriyuki sprinkled in there, but like outside of that, those are the matchups. Either hyper fast that he has to contend with, or it's him playing himself, basically.
I mean, if you're always running into that matchup, I guess you're just used to it at this point. Yeah, but he's doing such a good job.
Oh yeah, another counter hit too. Those have been blowing up PineappleHour all day long.
Yeah, PineappleHour. If they can get a solid hit, but that's not gonna happen this round. But yeah, they're looking for the solid hit to get maybe a corner situation and break the wall, get some meter as
counter.
Yeah, you can see PineappleHour doing actually being hurried to get a hit, but it's leading to more counter hits.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not super familiar with May's frame data, but like I don't think Axel's is that great either. He's just taking full advantage of the spacing that he's able to generate and just have the right answer at the right time.
Yeah, like it seems that Trevor is always in the right spot. To be fair, maybe May doesn't really have that many like variables as far as her approach at the same time. But I don't know, like I'd like to see PineappleHour, get in a little bit more and get their game started. And maybe not overextend so much on the approach.
Yeah, there's I'd say it's tough because I want to say slow it down, right? Like throw in some more walking blocks, just try and get closer, in the more traditional route. But then you're having to contend with, Axel throwing out like snail or rainwater, just like really adaptive moves. But now that Pineapple's got an in, this looks much better.
yeah, like this is the game plan that I want to see Pineapple Hour like get off, and as soon as the thing is, as soon as you get the May win condition in the set, you see how the matchup shifts.
Yeah, I mean, look at this round start, just a bunch of 5Ps. Oh no, that's all coming together there. Close slash gets the gold burst.
Gold burst. It could be a problem. It nice gets out of the corner because of that.
Tries to get the anchor drop, but we got Trevor here. Still has 50 tension. Oh, but that might be it.
That was a great conversion from Pineapple Hour. What is this? Like, some of these players need to be down 2-0 to start waking up.
And this is round 2, right? They already played a whole set. Like, Pineapple Hour took a 3-0 over Knuckle. Trevor's been sitting here the whole time. He had that first round bye. He's, you know, he had to get warmed up in this match, but Pineapple Hour, you should already be warm, man. Just get in there, get the damage. But it is May.
Whatever they figured out is it's I'm not gonna say it's a complete download, but you can definitely see something was figured out.
Yep.
Now I just want to see what Trevor's adjustment is to that.
Trevor is probably one of the best players I've ever seen at adjusting in this game at the moment in the online world. Like, they'll come in, they'll go up 2-0, lose the next 2 games, and then just play a completely different Axel in game 5. And it's like, where did you download all of this from? It's like the Matrix.
Yep. Yeah, I already see Trevor's adjustment already.
Oh god.
Oh, this should kill.
Yeah, gonna get the wall. Unnecessary, but I like the flare.
Yeah, like wasn't necessary at all, but you know, it was a guaranteed kill. Making it simple.
Yeah. Sends out a couple cherry bombs, just trying to buy some time, some space with the chip. Back to that full screen zoning. All right.
Oh, but Pineapple Hour finds themselves in. Nothing too big on the mix-up side. Yeah, it feels like Trevor didn't really feel forced to do anything. I don't know if that was on purpose. It looked like more of an accident.
I was thinking either that or like maybe like trying to get a burst out of him, maybe. But
maybe it's burst safe.
Yeah, but I mean, he got the gold burst anyway, and so now you got Trevor here, had 100 tension.
Oh, and the bait, and that's gonna close out the set.
Yeah, had the burst on red, however you want to say that English word, because it works both ways. No, it doesn't fit my brain. I don't get it. But either way, we're into our next matchup. It is going to be Elucid, the Testament, going up against Endorph, the Leo.
Endorph is a true Leo because Mans is opening up with straight up like DP immediately.
Yeah, why not, right? What's the worst that could happen as they find themselves here on 40% life?
It looks pretty bad right now.
Yeah, not looking great. But as soon as they get in, it could be their turn for a while.
It could be their turn for a while, but it might not be their turn this game, this round. I'm sorry.
No.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This could be it.
PRC fast cancel. Just gonna get the 2K though.
All right. The mash Diabare. And Testament is another one of those super interesting characters, and I'm kind of happy to see more usage of this character as well.
Yeah, it's been interesting watching the characters evolve, right? Because Testament obviously got a lot of buffs this patch. Leo, I believe most people are saying he got nerfed, but he's been popping up a lot lately. Lots of people playing him. Umasho played Leo in TNS last week.
Oh, really?
We obviously have like the traditional Leo players that are still rocking them. We've seen a couple others pop up in some late stage brackets as well.
And Testament's like, I don't know what that is, what it's called, the summoning from the ground, but it looks more like Invite to Hell than Invite to Hell looks. It looks like a straight up demon coming out of there.
That one with the teeth?
Yeah.
The Arbiter sign there.
Yeah,
on paper, it's like a terrible move if you think about it. It has like 30 something frames of startup. It has I think it's 20 something frames of startup, 30 something frames of recovery, and it's only active for like single digits.
You know what though? Elucid didn't read that paper. They don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But like when you space it properly, like we're seeing out of Elucid right now,
Mm-hmm.
it's just really tough to deal with, especially when you're having Endorph trying to send out these projectiles and things like that.
I can
So
see that. Also, like moves like that, I tend to see that people have problems dealing with full screen highs and lows because when you're looking at the other character and unless you can look at what they're doing and you can visibly see, you don't know what the high and low because you tend to not look at your own character.
yeah. Also, it's -12 on block too.
Minus
So
12.
like,
I mean, yeah, -12 doesn't matter if they're full screen though. Like,
especially if you have that stain state
mhm.
application and you get that secondary hit, which is obviously not as negatively important.
All right, but Endorph, maybe for the first time, has the life lead. Oh, but that might be cut short.
Oh, and just like that, at
RC.
RC, no burst. That should be it. Oh, yeah,
That should be
okay.
it. Yeah.
I always get like touchy on the wall because I know it's guaranteed damage, but I always forget that like the guaranteed damage of the wall doesn't like scale at all. Like it's literally just guaranteed true damage.
All right, has the burst. Oh, empty jump in flash kick. Wild man.
Sends out the Grave Reaper so they can get that stain state application. Great usage of the teleport there. Gets the back throw. And again,
Oh, you got
high-low
a
mix.
high-low mix from full screen. That's what it is though, because you really have to pay attention to like what Testament is doing. Also, maybe some unfamiliarity with the character as well.
Yeah.
Like Testament is doing stuff, but I didn't know it was a high-low mix.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, right? Like people say that Testament is just a worse Ramlethal because like
Mm,
they have these long range buttons, they have like a weird projectile, but like
mm.
then when you start adding in like the stain state and that high low mix and the teleport, like things suddenly start getting a lot trickier than just, the typical Ramlethal shenanigans you got to deal with.
I was really enjoying the very slow moving EXE beast, and then covering whatever offense, like with the crow or with the arbiter sign, and just making that situation plus again. Yeah, I was appreciating the just spacing on those things.
Yeah, the
Oh, but
spacing as Testament's very critical. When you look at the Grave Reapers when they're sliding along the ground,
oh, it's called Grave Reaper.
so well, there's two. So the high low one is Arbiter Sign,
Okay.
and then the one that slides along the ground is Grave
Mm,
Reaper.
okay.
And so the Grave Reaper is Testament's projectile, and so when they do this like scooping motion with their scythe and they send the face forward, it also brings the succubi forward so they can send
I see.
the crow out
Yeah,
to it.
I was calling Grave Reaper EXE Beast because that's what it was called.
Oh, in previous titles, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think most like legacy Guilty Gear players would understand. They'd be like, oh, it's the
yeah,
EXE Beast.
yeah. Um, this is an interesting matchup, particularly because of how large Leo's projectile is, right?
Mm,
So it actually clashes with the Grave Reaper, the EX Beast, whichever one you're calling it
yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
against like say Kai doesn't work
Yeah.
that way. They have to like
Mm,
be hitting or leaving Testament at like the same frame that the stun edge is hitting, and it's
okay.
other than that, the stun edge just goes right over the Grave Reaper, and you get hit for it.
Oh wow.
But Stain
I
State
really-
is great. When you get that applied, whew, you're golden.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Definitely some really strong adjustments on Elucid's part. Oh yeah, but I can see Endorph is picking up on the high low game, so to speak. Oh, well, that
Man,
wasn't that. I don't think that was a mix up. That was just a punish.
man, it is kind of crazy that Leo's entire projectile disappears when he gets hit. That is
I
not
feel
a
like
consistent trait amongst the cast.
I feel like they consciously decided to do that because it may have led to like full combos.
Yeah. So we are gonna see Elucid go up 2-1 right now, but yeah, I mean, like I said, if you look at like the rest of the cast, the projectiles leaving on hit isn't standardized, right? Because they obviously adjusted Goldlewis now so that the drone will stay out even when you get hit. I'm trying to think of like what else we have. There's melee projectile, which I believe goes away. I think Kai's stays out. I could be wrong on that one though.
Think I don't. I'm not sure.
Yeah, like how often are you seeing Kai throw out a stun edge and then getting hit by like Arbiter Sign, particularly in the same situation?
I mean, I feel like maybe only in this against this particular character we would see an interaction like that.
Because otherwise, like the projectiles would typically trade, but because the Arbiter Sign is a set distance and stuff like that, yeah. Testament 6P, godlike. People complain about that move 6P, all the time.
Testament 6P is like the only button that Euclid is pressing.
Between that and just like sending out these Grave Reapers, what more could you need? Has burst, but not going to get forced out of it just yet.
Oh yeah, Endorph. Yeah, you could see the respect. Endorph is like trying their best to cage in Elucid.
Yeah, they don't want to have to deal with this full screen anymore for that reason. They are struggling so much with this Arbiter Sign.
Yeah, and that stain damage as well, too. Really led to that kill.
Yeah, the bonus 40 damage really adds up.
Oh, baiting out DP, gets a counter it conversion.
Oh, drops the 5K.
Not going to be affected too badly because of the corner situation. Oh.
I respect it. Had to PRC to make that throw whiff safe. You could see that Endorph actually threw out the 2P to try and challenge it, but
I like that to break the wall, the crow was sent out just to put the stain on them too.
Yeah, at DTN if I was doing it again. So respect to young minus.
Okay. 20 people. I'm gonna let them know if you get 20 people.
All right.
Y'all must.
That's gonna be a lot of bread, chat. I hope you guys are ready for that. Last week's tournament was sick. We got some good commentators lined up for tomorrow too. So if you were playing, you're gonna have a good time. If you're watching, you're gonna have a good time. So let your friends know. Get involved. Honestly, even if you've only played a little bit of Rev 2, enter. Because you could cheese somebody out. You don't know. And that gets you one step closer to that $200 pot bonus.
Oh, yeah. Plus, whatever else, is in the actual pot.
Game sound off? That's weird, because there's music.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you hear what I hear. I hear the characters and I hear the music.
Yeah. I think Guilty Gear glitched out, chat. Let me...
Maybe.
Did that fix it, chat? Well, actually, yeah, chat will know in a second, but...
Okay. All right, but...
That's a new bug.
Yeah, Mike Sapp. We were talking about him, like, being loyal to the soul. I still think, even though the character, like, caught some nerfs, right? Moved down the tier list, which tends to usually happen to Soul. Like I know I was waiting for this moment when all the new Soul players are playing, and I'm like, yeah. I wonder how many of y'all will still be playing Soul when after the patch. So I knew it was inevitable because it always happens. But yeah, but Mike Saptic, being very loyal to his character, is still a very strong Soul player. But Macmens.
Oh, we got the PRC? Yeah, really nice PRC coming in there. And the PRC was actually really critical because I think it shows that Macmens has been watching a little bit of Mike play. Yeah. Because Mike loves that situation right there. Jumps out of the corner, immediate revolver to try and cross people up.
Yep. Oh, what a tech. Oh, baits. I wouldn't say baits out the gold burst, just happened to, like, not be in position, I guess.
But, I mean, gold burst is going to be risky anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, a gold burst is a high risk, high reward type of thing. In previous Guilty Gears, they were only -3.
Okay.
And they were only -3, and you couldn't punish unless you IB'd it.
Okay. So that's a completely different situation than what we find ourselves in these days.
Yeah. Before they're like, I'm not sure if there's a throw tech OS with burst in Strive, but they were definitely throw tech OSs with
I
with,
don't
with, with
I
burst.
don't believe that exists.
Yeah, so it would be a situation where you would throw tech, but you would throw tech with burst, and either you would throw, or even you just go for throw with burst, right? So it would be like, all right, either you get the grab or the tech or whatever, or if for some reason that whiffs, you get a gold burst.
Yeah, no, these days you throw out that gold burst, you're committed. You're gonna hold that
Oh yeah.
one way or the other.
Yeah, they did a good job of mitigating some of the older OSs. And right now, Macmens is doing a good job of mitigating any type of offense that Mike Sapp can possibly do.
Yeah, had the really nice backdash there to dodge out on the dash throw as well. Oh,
it
doesn't
didn't
quite
watch
get
the
the
ankles.
combo, but picks it right back up.
The burst is available once again.
Doesn't need to work too hard, just needs to keep chipping out a little bit.
Oh, what a DP!
Oh, is that what that was? All I saw was flames and then the RC, and I was like, what? I was like, where did
Yeah.
Gunflame work?
That was definitely a DP with the side switch. Dropped the combo, and Macmens was still able to pick it up. Honestly, it was like didn't have any meter to ensure that he was gonna end it with a super. So even if the wall broke, he wouldn't have been in a great spot either way.
Yeah, that was. I watched it back on the stream replay, and yeah, that was. It was a tough situation, but Mike loves DPing out. Like they hate blocking, and so they'll just bust out any chance they get, and it works a lot of the time. And look at how far he just ran up to punch him in the solar plexus.
Yeah, what a run forward! That was for the last game. Didn't like it.
And there it is.
Okay.
DP's out.
Yeah, Mike Saftig trying to make a point.
Oh, I think Mike wanted to throw there. It was just too late. They were trying to, run forward a little bit further.
Alright, block the vortex.
Oh, wow. Backdash got caught.
Oh, it gets a counter 2D. Conversion, yes. Oh, and the OTG still alive, though.
Just a little bit left. That was... What?
That DP was so early.
That was almost like accidental levels of early, and it still worked.
Oh yeah, gets the grab. No DP from Mike Saftig. Oh yeah, punishes that Bandit Revolver. Oh, it's gonna
Overdrive?
break. I think he's dead. Yeah.
Lots of damage there on the overdrive, plus the wall break. It again, like Anji just does a grip of damage. He's chunky.
Yeah, usually Anji doesn't get the opportunity to show that damage out.
Yeah.
Counter hit, burst came back. There goes.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait.
you don't see Anji's overdrive the wall a lot either, because their natural B&B combos just do so much damage already and do so well at getting you that splat that it's just kind of unnecessary.
Mm. Mike Saftig, what are you gonna do to get out of this situation?
Yeah, this is actually.
I mean, but at this point in time, it's kind of like jumping out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah, that was a tough set there for Mike. One Ramathon top 8, and they don't win.
Yeah. All right, but Lapriz not even going to the Ramathol, going to the former main, the former Bay, Faust. Dr.
I like
Baldhead.
it. I like it.
Doc,
We need more Fausts in our life.
formerly known as Dr. Baldhead from Guilty Gear, just Guilty Gear.
Right now,
Had a
Lapriz?
face. Had a face in that game. Not a paper bag.
I like the bag look. It adds character.
It does add character.
Oh, not nearly enough damage to finish off the round there. Just
Oh.
raw mix.
Oh, the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh, it's a damage.
You do not deserve have that just hit raw.
Oh, we've been notified that Ram has won a major.
What major when? Because I believe
France.
you. Was it? Wait, what about France? Oh, the mix-up. Oh, that was. That wasn't that long ago. All right, I'll give you that one. I was watching DNF that event. That's why I couldn't remember. Right. Look at that. We got the afro. Oh, but the wall. Oh, it's over. It's over. Lapriz is too ready.
It's.
Where did the bomb bag
This is
go?
a rough situation to be in, but gets the counter hit. Can you do some big damage here?
Yeah, I'm surprised that bomb bag went off screen entirely. Comes under the minion kick. Goes for the pierce. That was kind of risky.
Swimming,
Is he-
flying to the other.
It worked. And then the JD to close it out.
You know the thing about it too is Lapriz had the meter.
Yo,
to
don't
make it
rematch. Don't rematch.
Don't
Don't
rematch?
rematch.
Don't
Don't
rematch.
rematch. Don't rematch. Don't rematch.
All right.
Oh yeah, we've been notified that it's also laggy as well. So I'm not sure if that's the reason why
They
not rematch. Well, I've just been notified that A3 Religion will also be in the tournament tomorrow. So we have
Nice.
Minus and A3 Religion already confirmed.
yeah, chat. If you're
Right.
playing in the tournament and
Yeah, look.
and the game's not, going correctly, let us know. We can reset the
Okay.
lobby.
Yeah. Like we just want to make sure everybody has a good time. But if you're down to play, then it is what it is.
Mix.
Okay. Just let us know. We can take the appropriate measures that are within our control. But all right, listen, chat's asking why you think there's barely any Ramlethals at majors.
No, I don't think he said that there's barely Ramthals at Major.
No,
I
somebody
think he
asked
said
why.
that. Oh, okay.
So one doll and Sent asked, why do you think there are rarely any Ramlethals?
That's $1.05.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
$1.05.
Almost. I was almost there. By almost, I mean not at all. But no, I honestly with the Ramlethal, I have no clue because she's incredibly strong. Her combos aren't bananas complicated like some of the other top tiers like Happy Chaos. But like maybe it's just like because there's so much matchup knowledge for her out there, right? Because everybody has been playing her since like Beta 2 pretty much. But I don't know. Banana peel
Maybe.
on the ground, gonna get eaten up. Under tension on deck.
Yeah, making really good use of this offense with Jacko as well.
They dropped the combo.
dropped
That
the
should have
combo,
killed.
that's-
Oh, but
Oh,
so
not a
is-
kill.
Yeah, Lapriz is also dropping the combo, interesting enough.
Punish. They should kill that, and it will. Keep
Yeah.
this super simple as well. I appreciate that. The tournament combo.
Yeah, both of them going for some kind of tricky stuff. I think Lapriz wanted the red RC there, not purple. So that's why it unfortunately went the way it did.
Great
But-
6B.
I didn't know that was 6P'able. Shout out to Nothing Man for learning me something. Oh, the jump
Right.
dust. So
Oh,
powerful.
You're a little bit too high though. It gets punished. Oh, chase it down with mix. Lead
That-
still full combo.
That move is not that good. Oh, he got hit by this
Oh,
banana
oh, she
peel.
looked a little peckish. Decided to give her some potassium. Here's some bananas.
Yes for game.
What? I think
I
that
don't
was
understand
that was a
was.
statement there.
That was something.
That was a statement.
Oh, what was I gonna look up? I was gonna look up.
Could have ended it. Wanted to call the mans and them out. You know,
You just wanted the
Didn't get any
homies for the
play.
party. That's all.
the homies didn't get it. The homies didn't get invited. Had to let them dance a little bit. All right, but
So on block,
believe-
mix is -7, and we're
Yeah,
seeing
not-
Lapriz just throw that out in neutral.
yeah, I mean, whenever you do something like that, you got to read, you know. And it's not like it's not working. It is working.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's like, do it until your opponent has a punish, right? If it works, it works.
Oh, you know what? Also, Nothing Man went for a move that didn't look like it's 7 frames. At least went for like a medium. So that was kind of a knowledge check there too, doing mix into like Gold Burst.
Yeah, it's also
I think you have
mix has like weird properties that you like. That the hurt box is not super awesome for Faust, so you can definitely hit him out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing man, not looking super comfortable.
No, at all. Like, I mean, there were like glimmers of hope, but I don't know. Lapriz is just kind of like mostly controlling the match, but now Nothing Man has offense going.
Yeah, I mean, to be
Quickly
fair,
stops that.
the last time we saw Nothing Man, they did reverse 3-0. The difference was they didn't also lose the first round of their potential round 3.
Alright, but this is looking extremely good for Nothing Man.
Hit him in the Achilles heel, popped him up into the sky, gets the nice back throw.
Oh yeah, and he's like, "Where are you going?"
Nobody knows. That's the trick.
Nobody knows. To the next round, that's where they're going. Such a gentleman. Brought a donut for her.
Sends out the
Nice
Trumpy,
delayed strings.
brings in the
Yeah.
homies.
They were super delayed.
Gonna land up high. That's the tricky stuff with the mix. Is it does
Cross up mix.
up.
Oh. Yeah, Lapriz is Yeah, Lapriz is doing such a good job, and this is how Lapriz plays. Such a good job of just mixing up the options, and then maybe they're not very common options as well, you know.
Any of these counter pokes that Itachi's Legacy is throwing out. Wow, the patience to wait for the kite, but still comes down with a button. Does Itachi's Legacy? Are we gonna stay same side? Yes, we are. We're gonna go for the throw on the reset. A second throw. That was gonna be 3.
Yes. You always go for 3.